Welcome to homework.
This is the answer to Chapter 14, problem number 65 from the Smith Organic Chemistry textbook. And this problem asks us to propose two structures that are consistent with two sets of data that we've been given. So for each structure that we're supposed to propose, we've been given a molecular ion, an IR spectrum, and an NMR spectrum. Okay, and so starting with J, we're told that J has its molecular ion at 72. And so from there, we can start to think about some formulas. So 6 carbons equals 72. So 5 carbons and 12 hydrogens could get us to 72. But I'm going to jump around a little bit. And in light of the fact that J has an IR peak at 1710 wave number, which is consistent with a carbon-oxygen double bond, I'm going to say that there is an oxygen in J. And so when I see the M to Z at 72, I think that this is going to be C4H8O. And I think that because, again, this IR tells me that there has to be a carbon-oxygen double bond in here. And so if the formula is C4H8O, the degrees of unsaturation for that formula are going to be 2 times 4 plus 2 minus 8, all of that over 2. And so that's going to be 1 degree of unsaturation. And so I think this is the correct formula. And I think that we have a carbon-oxygen double bond in this molecule. So then we need to look at our NMR signals. So 1.0 ppm triplet that integrates to 3. That's going to be a methyl group. And I'm going to skip the next signal and look at this 2.4 ppm quartet that integrates to 2. And that's going to be a methylene group. And so these two groups are splitting each other, right? Because we have a quartet on the methylene signal. And so that means it has 3 neighboring protons. And the signal for the methyl group is split into a triplet, which means that it has 2 neighboring protons. And so these two are next to each other. They're splitting each other. And then the last signal, the second signal here, the 2.1 ppm singlet that integrates to 3, that's going to be a methyl group with no neighboring protons because it's a singlet. And so if we put all of this information together, what we get looks like this. So here's our carbonyl, and then there's another methyl group. And just to sort of spell this out, so this signal is going to be this methyl group. This signal is going to be this methyl group. And this signal is going to be this methylene group. Okay, so there's J, and now we just need to do the exact same thing for K. So looking at K, we have a molecular ion at 88. And since looking at the IR for J proved so helpful, let's start with the IR here. So this time the IR is a peak between 3200 and 3600 wave number, so it's a broad peak. And so this is consistent with an OH. So we have an alcohol in this molecule. And so again, we need to account for the presence of an oxygen. And so C5, okay, so that's 60, and then an oxygen is going to be 16, so that's 76. So let's go C5H12O. Okay, C5H12O. And so if we do the hydrogen deficiency index for that formula, what we get is 2 times 5 plus 2 minus 12, all of that over 2 equals 0. So there are no degrees of unsaturation in this molecule. So no double bonds, no rings. So just a chain of carbons with an alcohol in it. Okay, and so looking at our NMR, the fourth signal, the 1.6 ppm singlet, jumps out to me. This is probably the proton of our hydroxy group. Okay, so the 0.9 ppm triplet that integrates to 3, that's going to be a methyl group. The next signal, the 1.2 ppm singlet that integrates to 6, is going to be 2 methyl groups. So there are 2 methyl groups in the same environment, and they're not split by anything. And so I'm going to go ahead and guess that they are on our carbon with the alcohol on it. And then lastly, we have 1.5 ppm quartet that integrates to 2. And so this is going to be a methylene group. And so again, notice we have a triplet that integrates to 3 and a quartet that integrates to 2. And so these two signals are splitting one another. Okay, and so when we put all of that together, we can put it together like this. So let's do it like this. Okay, and I think actually drawing it out with the letters in this case maybe makes it a little easier to see. So obviously the signal for the OH is this OH. We have these 2 methyl groups that are equivalent. So that's going to be these 2 methyl groups. And then we have, as I said, the methylene and the methyl group that are splitting one another. Wow. So let's be consistent, I suppose. Oh, dear. There we go. Okay. So, sorry. All right. So here we go. So this black arrow, obviously, this is the methylene group, and then the blue arrow is referring to this methyl group. And so this is a good structure for this molecule. It fulfills all of the requirements that we were given. And so that's the answer for K. And then the answer again for J looked like this. And that's the answer to chapter 14, problem number 65.